The James Webb Telescope may be located at K2-18B on the planet. A biomarker of alien life has been detected. Scientists hope that unveil the K2-18B before the end of this year. The secret of life. Specifically, traces of second-class flow have been found DMS. This is a type usually produced by organisms on Earth. Raw sulfur compound. But how did the experts first find out about this detail? Found in the atmosphere of a planet. What about potential biomarkers? Can we finally provide a definitive answer? Humanity's oldest question. Are we really the only life in the universe? If aliens do exist in the universe, why haven't they come here yet? That last question is not new. He described the heart of Fermi's theory. This one, discussion by anonymous physicist Enrico Fermi, proposed in 1950. The mysterious absence of our extraterrestrial neighbors. In principle, one might think, universe actually provides enough time in celestial bodies to allow the development of countless civilizations. However, so far, we have not yet discovered that our universe is the same as traces of generations. At least so far, no actual evidence has been released. At most, it is on the internet, spreading countless videos. Among them, we saw strange flying objects. They are definitely not of this world. And people like David Grush, or statements from people like Bao Guo Laser. They claimed that the United States has been secretly conducting UFOs for decades. Recycling project. But in our deeply controversial speculation, before domain, we should stick to what has been confirmed for the time being. Although there are travelers, gold disk and man signal, this still tells us creatures on our planet. It is the only known life in the universe. Form. But isn't that strange? Is to think that there is only one bird in the whole forest. Then this bird will. They don't live in a big bird cage. If a fish never meets its own kind in its entire life, does he live in a giant fish tank? If humans never find aliens, then will we also be captive in a larger container? Considering the thousands of celestial bodies in the starry sky, the Earth is really in the universe the only celestial body that could produce life? Many researchers have explicitly answered no, including Tom Westby of Nottingham University and Christopher Kang, SEALS, as part of their astrophysics research. Draw conclusions. Only in the Milky Way there could be 36 highly developed civilizations. In hibernation, 2 scientists explain that we didn't find each other due to the differences between different alien civilizations. Exists vast distances. After all, this averages about 177,000 light years. You know? A light year is how light can travel in a vacuum for a year. Broadcast distance. Up to 9.46 trillion km. Now, theoretical astrophysics is great. But is there a more practical way to find out? How about this profound topic? As we know, James Webb Space Telescope. It has now been viewed with his infrared line of sight. I've been exploring the deepest secrets of the universe for 2 years. He reminded us more than once how distorted our past understanding of the universe was. As the most powerful space telescope in history, scarves can be removed from the Earth. A male has been detected on the surface of the moon. Wind heat. But this one is specifically for red. Telescopes designed for extraterrestrial astronomy, not particularly interested in chubby insects. He prefers to provide us with spectacular images from the depths of space. The length of James Webb, or the creation of the world. Salute us. There's also an exoplanet called K2-18B. He is very special, can be understood very personally. Located in Leo, it is about 125 light years away from Earth. This line star is suspected of having a fully developed ocean. Century, however. These so-called high ocean planets also have a small, but the key pitfall. Because so far, they only exist on paper. Theoretically, it is described as a covered with water, thin wrist planet, still waiting for official confirmation in actual operation. However, so far, number of collections, the evidence at least, suggests a happy conclusion. K2-18B, it may indeed be a wet and pleasant place. That's because of Haber, Kepler, and the Spitzer Space Telescope, even at the scarf. Data was collected before the era began, and these data clearly show that the planet's atmosphere contains water vapor. According to our current understanding of life, water exists in a permanent liquid form. It is fundamental to the emergence of similar life on Earth. Prerequisite. Due to the fact that K2-18B is located in the habitable zone of its host galaxy, the framework of this basic needs environment, the rack must be in place. So this thin outer planet orbits its main center, cool dwarf star K28, in a world where liquid water is allowed to exist. Run at a distance of. The distance between these two celestial bodies is only about 0.1 for astronomical units. This means K2-18B. It only takes 33 days to orbit its star, due to the energy and heat emitted by the star. Less than our Sun. The amount of radiation received by K2-18B, almost identical to Earth. There's a huge difference in quality. This thin wrist, the mass of the planet is 7 to 10 times that of our home planet, also known as a super-Earth. But let's be clear, the amount of the word super-Earth forbidden, rather than the habitability of a rocky planet outside the play. Is there alien life on K2-18B? We've known about K2-18B since 2015. But its atmosphere contains dimethyl sulfur, or DMS for short. This is what we learned a few months ago. In order to understand why this finding, this is groundbreaking, let's take a look back at where we started. The content mentioned. On Earth, DMS is usually produced by living organisms, mainly microbes like phytoplankton. In addition, DMS is a major source of high airflow. It acts as a cloud seed and provide a typical marine smell, scarf. Data collected by NARS pig infrared spectrometer, including the spectral characteristics of methane and carbon dioxide, and the characteristics of DMS by the University of California River, the leading researchers of the Shore campus, described as icing on the cake. Because if astronomers are really on K2-18B, DMS has been detected. This could be the existence of alien life, provides strong indications. Despite this, scientists remain cautiously restrained. Currently, the existence of our extraterrestrial neighbor has not been officially announced, mainly because of the captured DMS. The signal is not particularly strong. In addition, he only talks to experts in a very specific way. It only shows up when estimating the scarf data. To test the above dataset again, the experts decided using several models to recreate the water planet, extremely likely biochemistry. In these models, they simulated across the entire planet's oceans and atmosphere at once, and observe what organisms there have to produce. How much DMS can be accumulated in natural gas spalling. Meanwhile, the researchers tested DMS, the rate at which it decomposes again due to radiation, and in which atmospheric regions can it be expected. In the pursuit of the secrets of life, the exciting results of this study are: source gas could actually be on a planet like this, accumulate to detectable, measured concentration. However, this is only available on K2-18B. Organisms on Earth are better than their counterparts on Earth, only possible under more industrious conditions, because they must produce 20 times more DMS than on Earth. The reason is simple. A large part of the DMS is in L under the influence of radiation, immediately by photochemical decomposition, decompose again. However, if the concentration is higher, this is not uncommon for an ocean planet. The degradation products of DMS have a protective effect. Corresponding molecules, such as dimethyl disulfide or methanol, as a kind of flat ground in the lower troposphere, and prevent further degradation of DMS. But in addition to these theoretical models, couldn't it be possible to sense K2-18B more directly? Did the actual DMS happen? It's actually possible, but not NIRS peak with SCARF. This is because the DMS signal captured by the NIRS peak, they appear on the 3.4 micron spectral line. This overlaps with the methane signal. In order to distinguish these two molecular values more clearly, researchers will rely on the surrounding NEC-MARI spectrometer. This works in the mid-infrared range. Therefore, precise marks on DMS and its accompanying products within the scope of the track. Unless something unforeseen happens, scientists hope to uncover it by the end of this year, open the secret of K2-18B's life, so we may be in the foreseeable future. Know this distant. What are the characteristics of the world's atmosphere? And we may not be alone in the universe. You think we'd be caged birds? Or do you live in a real natural world? Welcome to leave a comment to discuss.